Today we are going to talk about thread gun switch, how to wire thread gun switch. Today we are going to talk about how to wire thread gun switch.
You have garage, you want to control your garage. You have three lights in your garage. You have outside light, this outside three lights, you want to control this one, just one switch. And you also have some of the lights inside of the garage. You want to control some of the light. There are different types of light. You want to use gun or thread gun to control. You can use this tray or thread gun to control your garage lights. Let's say that you also have a theater, or you have different types of lights. You want to use on this thread gun or light to control all these different types of light. You have three lights in your theater. You want to know how to install or wire thread gun or switch. Let me show you. Follow me to the end of this video and let me show you how you can use this thread gun to control all your lights, how you want to control them separately in one position separately. So watch this video to the end. Let's get in.
Hello, welcome to Tech Care Engineering. My name is Engineer Vincent. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are a new viewer here, please hit that subscribe button. Join this community and let's keep this channel growing. Now, today, I have a special project I want us to work on, how to wire thread gun switch. Without much talking, please, let's get back to the project. Let's get back to the main project, the reason why we are here. Before you get back to the project, we have to understand the meaning of this thread gun switch. So what is this thread gun switch? This thread gun switch is what? Electrical switch that control electrical circuits, the different function, separate function that allow this turn the light on the light off, different separate of circuits. So that's the meaning of this thread gun switch. There are some of the components we are going to use for this project. We are going to use this main component for this project, and we are going to use this circular box, because I'm going to do everything conduit. So we are going to use this circular box. And we are going to use this 3x3 box for this project. We are going to use 13 amps of 30 circuit breaker. We are going to use this lamp will have the function of the screw and have the function of the pin. The pin can use the pin bulb to control this lamp holder. And one of the main function of the material we are going to use to design this project is the cables, 1.5 cable. I'm going to use this red color 1.5 red for the switch connection, and I'm going to use this brown for the life, this black cable, 1.5 black cable for the neutral connection. I said that we are going to do everything conduit. We are going to with a wiring conduit. So if we are going to we are going to everything on conduit. We have to use pipe, PVC pipe. This PVC pipe is focused PVC insulated pipes. So we are going to use this PVC pipe for the project. We are going to do everything on this board. We are going to design our project on this board. Let me say your hall. You have different types of lights. You want to control everyone separate. You want to turn this one on at the same time. You don't want to turn this one off. Or at the same time, you want to turn this one on. At the same time, you want to turn this one off. So let me say you have this is how we are going to work. This is how we are going for the connection. We have one light here, and you have another light here. You don't want this light to turn off, and you want this light to turn on. And at the same time, we want this light to turn on. We want this light to turn on. We can't just use one gun or switch for this connection. So we have to use 3 guns switch for this connection. So I'm going to show you how everything, how everything will go, or how everything will done. So stick around. If you want to understand this video, please don't go anywhere. Watch this video to the end, because I'm going to show you guys step by step how to fix everything, or how to wire every circuit from beginning to the end. When you're starting your wiring, you need this circular bus. So you need your screw. You have to screw. So let's start it. So you take this one as on top of your ceiling. But when you're on top of your ceiling, you are not going to screw this circular bus, because I want this one to stable. That's why I'm not screwing on this circular bus on top of your ceiling. You are not going to screw it. You just put the circular bus there, and you put your pipe inside. So now we are going for another holder. So I'm going to mount another circular bus here. Now we have two holders here. This one holder, and this one another holder. We are going to mount the holders here. This is the circular bus. This one is not a holder. This one is circular bus. Now it's left with another circular bus for the holder. It's time for us to mount our last circular bus. Our last circular bus, or our last holder. So I'm going to mount our last circular bus. So let's get in. Now we are done with mounting of the circular buses. We are done with the 3 mounting of the circular buses. Then we are going to place the holders. Where we are going to place the holders, we are going to place one holder here, and we are going to place another holder here, and we are going to place the last holder here. So we are done with the mounting of the circular box. Now we are going to move on to 3x3 box. We are going to move on to this 3x3 box, the one we are going to use to control the holders. The switch. I'm going to move on to the switch. So let's get in. Now it's time to mount our 3x3 pattress box. It's time to mount our 3x3 pattress box.
So loud as the hours pass.
we are done with a mountain of 3x3 box, 3x3 pattress box. Now we are going to move on to the breaker, the circuit breaker, 13 amp circuit breaker, the one we are going to use to pick the power, the neutral and the live. As for this breaker, if you have main switch, there's no need for us to man this the circuit breaker here. But we don't have main switch, so we are going to use this one to serve as main switch. I have two breakers. I will use one for live, and I will use one for the neutral connection. So let's get in. Now we are done with the connection of the circuit breakers. The circuit breaker we are going to use for the live and the neutral connection. So we are done with the circuit breaker, and then we are done with the circular boxes, and then 3x3 pattress box. Now it's time for us to bring out the pipes, to connect our pipes for all of the circuit breaker and all the conduits, the 3x3 box, and all the pattress, the circular boxes. So now let's get in. We need to make a hole where we are going to pass the pipe. Now we are connected the pipe to one of the circular box to the 3x3 pattress box. So it's time for us to connect the pipes to join this circular box and this circular box.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals.
Now we have connected the pipe to this circular box. The circular box.
Two hearts running wild.
Now we get one pipe. Another, we have connected all the pipes to the circular box and 3x3 pattress, a pattress box. Now we are done with the mounting of this material, the mounting of 3x3 pattress box and the mounting of circular boxes. We have connected the pipes through the circular box and the 3x3 pattress box, and we also done with the mounting of the circuit breaker, and also connect the pipe to the circuit breaker to the circular box. So it's time for us to wire, to bring out our cables, to wire our cables, to bring or wire out the connection, to bring the wire, the neutral, and the switch wire, and the live. And so first we have to begin with the wiring of the neutral. Always we have to make sure that you wire the neutral first before you move on to the wiring of the switch wire and the wiring of the live. So first let's move on to the wiring of the neutral. I have already told you guys that I'm going to use this 1.5 black cable for the connection of the neutral. This 1.5, I'm going to use the neutral, the black. Always make sure that you use the black for the neutral connection. Or sometimes you have to follow your electrical regulation, the codes. Maybe they have changed your electrical. We have for the kind of the cable you have to use your neutral connection. So always follow electrical regulation and governed by your country. So as for Ghana, we use the black for the neutral connection. So I'm going to start from this circular box, the first circular box. So I'm going to pass the cable through the pipes. If the cable is long, we have something called draw wire. If the cable the pipe was long, it's long, I will use draw wire for to draw the cable. But this one is short pipe, so I'm going to just draw the cable. Now we have neutral here, and we have neutral cable here, but we don't have neutral cable here. So we have to loop. We have to loop some of the cable here to bring out to get your neutral in the middle. Always have to make sure that you loop to get neutral. Now we have neutral here, and we have neutral here, and we also have neutral here. Now we are done with the connection of the neutral for the holders. We are done with the connection of neutral for the holders. Now we have to move on to the connection of the switch wire for the holders. As I have mentioned area that we are going to control every holder or every bulb separately, because we are going to control this light or separately. 3 gun switch. So every switch wire have to be separate in every different holder. So I'm going to the first switch wire. So you can decide. Now we have first switch wire for the middle holder. So you have to twist them together and make it nicely. So this one is switch 1, or I will say that this one is switch 2, because this one is in the middle. So I will make this one as switch 2. This is the symbol of this one. Is show that this one is the switch wire. You just peel the cable just once to show that this one is the switch wire. But I want this one to be in line with what every holder here. So I'm just going to make the sign to the cable so that you know that this one is what the first switch wire, or the second switch wire, or the third switch wire. So I'm going to make this one the second switch wire.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young.
So it's time for you to bring what your first switch wire. You don't have to bring the switch wire here. You have to make the switch wire. You have to pass this through the cable through to come to the switch wire, the 3x3 box.
It has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna
Now we also have the first switch wire. I said that this one is the first holder, and this one or the second holder, and this one is third holder.
never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top,
So I'm going to make this one as first holder.
two hearts running wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed.
Now it's time third holder. The third holder or switch wire.
Laugh so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light. Pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop. As we shout from the top, we're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Now this the last switch wire. Now this one is the third switch wire. Now we are done with the connection of the neutral and the connection of the switch wire. It's time for us to go to the connection of the live. It's time for us to bring the live to the switch, where we are going to bring our 3-gun switch. Without the live, we cannot get power holders. So we have to bring the live of the holders and the live or the switch wire. So we are going to I told you guys that I'm going to use this 1.5 brown for the live, because we always use this brown for the connection of the live when we are wiring out our switch circuits. And you have to make sure that you follow your rules and electrical codes governed by your country.
Two hearts running wild. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like
We are coming to take the live on this circuit breaker. We are using this circuit breaker for our main switch. If you have main switch here, we are going to take the live from the main switch.
everybody in the world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign. no mercy in this world, just hunger thirsty person.
So yeah, this is our main switch. We are coming to pick light from this main switch. Now we are done with the circuit of the switch wire. We have the 3 switch wire here, and we have our light here. So now this circuit is complete. But we don't have connection for the holder. Without the neutral, we cannot get the lights. So we have to bring the neutral from the main switch, or the neutral from this circuit breaker, to supply the neutral to all these 3 holders. Just I told you guys already that I'm going to use this neutral 1.5 black for our neutral. So you just pick neutral from here.
Don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues. I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you. Just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.
So now we have 2 neutral here. We have 2 neutral here, and we have what? One switch wire. And we also have 2 neutral here, and we have 1 switch wire here. And we also have, just here's the end. That's the reason we have 1 neutral and one switch wire. I hope you guys understand. Please subscribe to this video and like this video so far. Now we are done with the connection. Every connection we have to do. We have connected our neutral, and we are also connected our light, and we are also done with the connection of the switch wires. So it's time for us to fix the holders and all the switch wire. Now it's time for us to fix this holder. This holder have the function of the screw, and they have the function of the pin type of bulb, and you can use the pin type bulb for this. You can use the pin type bulb for holder. You can use the screw type bulb for this holder. So you don't have problem whenever you have pin bulb or have a screw bulb. You can use this type of this holder. We are going to put one of the neutral here, and we are going to put one of the switch wire here. So you can just see this one is what? The switch wire, and this one is what? The neutral. So you put the switch wire here, and you put the neutral here. I hope you can see. You have to join this one out, these 2 neutral together, so that if you don't join them together, you will not get the neutral power.
He's a myth, put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
So I'm going to put the neutral here, as I told you guys earlier. I'm going to put the live here. You have to make sure that the neutral and the live do not get on contact. So if you finish, you can decide to screw, or you can decide to move on, but I am decided to screw this before I will move on to the next one. Now we are done with one of the holders. We are done with the connection. We have fixed the holder. Now it's time for us to fix our second holder. They have the same function of the same as the first holder. So you have to follow the same instruction out I give you. You can just cut them together, but you can just, if you know how to do it, you trace them out together. So you bring your neutral first. Always make sure that you bring your neutral first. Every connection you have to make sure that you connect your neutral out, your neutral first. It's really necessary. And if you finish, you bring your switch wire, either the switch wire or live. Before you move on to the live, you have to fix your neutral first, and after that you move on to your switch wire or your live. The switch wire and the live have the same function. If you turn the switch on, you will get live. So I'm going to mount the same thing here. This is the black sharp screw. I call it the power one. The fast, it make your work fast. When sharp. This is nice. Now we are done with the second one. The second switch wire, or the second holder. We are moving to the last holder. Let's say you have your hall or your garage. You have different types of holders. You want to control, or you want to control everyone separately. So you can use your three gun switch to control your holders, your lights separate. So let's move on to the third one. You have to face your neutral first. Always you have to follow the rules, because if you don't follow the rules, you can get electric shock. So it's really important that you follow your rules, regulation governed by your country. Any disband connection, you have to make it nice, so that you will not get any loose connection. If you didn't do it nice, you get loose connection. Or if you put your bulb inside, you get blinking or franking lights. Now we are done with the third holder. So now we are done with these three holders. So it's time for us to move on to the switch, the one we are going to use to control these holders. It's time for us to fix the three gun switch. But here we have one live here, but they are three live here. This one is L1. This one is L1, and this one is L2, and this one is L3. That means this one is live 1, live 2, and live 3 is the terminals. So before we can get the power for all of these three, we have to use this cable to loop here to bring one life here, and we also have to loop one life here, and we will put the main power towards L1. So I'm going to show you guys how we will do with this. So let's move on. We have to get your piece cable. This one was 1.5 brown. So we have to get your piece cable, and you peel it nice, and you also peel the end. And you get your screwdriver. First, you have to move on to the L3. Have to open it. And bring one of this cable here. You screw it. Tie it very nicely. You have to make sure that you avoid loose connection, or you bring it to a L2. If you just bring this only one here, you will not get the power from the L1. So you have to bring another piece cable here, L2, to take it to L1. So I'm going to bring another cable here to get the light from the L1. And this another piece cable. Now you can bring two of them here. You can decide to trace them together, but I'm not going to trace them together. I'm just going to put all of them together and screw it, make it tight. So now I can see that we can get the light for the L3, and we can get the light the L2. So I'm going to bring the power from the L1, the main live cable. So I'll just put this one here. We are going to use this brown, 1.5 brown. This 1.5 brown is our life. So this is the life. When you are wiring, you have to make some symbol here. This one will show that this one is live. Just peel the cable. Just peel it and leave it. So this one was live. The live cable that we bring from what? The main switch. I said that this one is saver. So this one is saver, our main switch. But this one is circuit breaker. It's the same as the breakers we use on our main switch. So you bring your life to L1. You make sure that you make it nice. So after that, screw it, make it tight to avoid or loose contact. Now I can see that we are done with the lives. We have connected the live from what? The L1, L2 and L3. So it's time for us to bring out the switch wires. So I'm going to show you guys where you have to put your switch wire. So now we are going to start with the first switch wire. the switch wire we take from what this holder to here, and the second switch wire we take from this holder to here, and the third switch wire we take from this holder to here. Just the way we mark it, we have to make sure that you do the connection according to how you mark your work. As you can see, this one is the L. This one is the L1, and this one is L11. So you have to bring your first switch wire here to L11. If you bring it to the L12, the connection will work, but it will interchange. Your switch wire it will interchange. If you turn this one on, you will not get the direction like this. You get it the direction like this. Sometimes when you go to some people's house, you see that they have interchanged the connection because they put the switch wire into L11 or 2. They didn't put L11. So I'm going to bring one out. The first one, the switch wire to L11. So you have to check which one is your first. So this one is the first switch wire. So let's take this one to here. How to make it nice. Now we are done with the switch wire, the first switch wire. We have to move on to the second switch wire. So this one is the second switch wire. So the same thing goes to L2. So you have to bring the switch wire to L21, not L22. Now we are done with L2 or the switch wire, the second switch wire. So you have to move on to the third switch wire. So you have to bring the third switch wire L31, not L32. I'll put this one right here. So we have to. Let's put this side. Now I can say that we are done with the connection of the switch wires and the connection of the light. So if you have power here, you can just turn the light on and off. So we have to man them. So what? 3 by 3. I hope you understand. Please subscribe to this video and like, comment. Let me see what you think. Comment under the comment section, so that a lot of people will see, and you can share this video to a lot of your friends or anyone who benefits from this video.
This one, black screw, sharp one, the master one. I like these screws. Now we are done. It's time for you to cover. Now we are done with what? The connection of what? The lamp holders. And the connection of what? The switch. We have connected our lamp holders. And we have connected the switch. It's time for us to connect the power. The power. Let's say we have this one. We use this one as what? As a main switch. So it's time for us to connect the power from this breaker. This circuit breaker. So you have to use this one as well your neutral. We use this one as our neutral, and this one as our life. So let's go and connect our neutral and our life to get the power for the holders. So let's get in.
Now it's time for neutral connection, and it's time for the live connection. We are going to connect the live from this circuit breaker. I say we are using this circuit breaker as our main switch. So we are going to connect the live from this circuit breaker. So let's connect our neutral first. Always, I told you guys that you have to connect your neutral first. Now we are done with the connection of neutral. We have to move on to the connection of live. So far, we are done with the connection of neutral and we are done with the connection of live. It's time for us to connect the power from the meter. If you say that this one is our new main switch, we have to get the power from the meter. So I'm going to use a 2.5 cable to take the power from the. I said that it will take the power from the power source toward these breakers. So I'm going to take I'm going to bring the neutral and the live to bring it to this breaker. So let's get in. I'm going to use this 2.5 red and black to get the power from. Let's say if you have this one, it don't carry that too much power. So I'm going to use this 2.5 to get the power from any power source I have here. So I'm going to bring this 2.5, one the live here, the neutral here. I have one of the extension board here, or the power from the extension board to this circuit breaker. So let's move on. Now I always told you guys that first connect your neutral first. And after that, you connect your live. If you're done with the neutral, and you move on to your life. Now we have done with the neutral and the life connection. So it's time for us to get the power from what? The source, where I said that we are going to what? Get the power from the extension board, to get power, to supply this, to get the power here, to supply the power to what? The holders, to get light. So I'm getting the neutral and the light from this extension board. You have to make sure that you know where your life is and you know where your neutral is. So I'm going to use this tester to check where is my life and where is what? My neutral. So here is neutral and here is life. So you have to put the life here and you have to put the neutral here. Now we have put the neutral and the life toward the extension board. So it's time for us to what? To go and check if you will get the power or you will not get the power. So let's go to the board and to check if we get the power or we did not get the power. So let's go to the board. As I said earlier, we are here to check if you get the power or we did not get the power. So I'm going to check the life. We get power. So that means the extension board is what is working. So we can supply the power to what? These holders. Now it's time for us to replace our bulbs to check that we have done with the work, or we done the work correctly. So we have to put the bulb to each one of these holders. So I'm going to bring this. I'm going to place what this three bulbs to each of what these holders. I said that this holder have the pin and what the screw function. So this one is what the pin bulb. This is what I was talking about. I don't have the screw bulb here. I only have what the pin bulb. Now I have replaced all these three bulbs. It's time for us to switch the switch off to know that if we have power. So let's see. We don't have power. Do you know the reason why? If you know that, put them out. Just pause this video and put them on in the comment section. I will know. And let me know that if you know the reason why we don't have the lights. So put them out and the comment section. So the reason why we don't get the power for this bulb, that we did not turn on this breaker on. So we will have to make sure that the safety, we have to make sure that you maintain safety. If we turn this breaker on, maybe there is a fault, we can destroy all this bulb at once. So you have to make sure that you always turn the breaker off before you test your work. So let's go and turn the breaker on. But first we have to turn this one off again. So let's turn our breaker on. First you have to turn your neutral on first, and after that you turn your life on. Now we did not get any problem. That means everything is correct. We don't have any contact with the life and neutral don't have contact with any wire. So now we can turn the power on. Now let's turn the switch on to know that every connection is working appropriately as the way we want. So first you have to turn I said that this one is our first switch, and this one is our second switch, and this one is our third switch. So let's see that we did everything according to the way we want it. So let's turn the first one on. So we get our first light. That means this switch it control this first switch, and let's see the second one will follow, and the second one is what is also turn on. That means the second switch is working the way we want it. And let's see the third one, and the third one is also turn on. So now everything is working. Now we are done with this project. So now guys, like this video, subscribe to this channel so that you will see more videos like this. And if you benefit from this video, please share this video with your friends, or you can share them with any platform we know that it will benefit a lot of people. So please share this video so that this video will reach a lot of people. Please make sure that you subscribe. That one is very important, so that this one will motivate me to get more videos for you guys. If you don't subscribe, I will not get motivated to make more videos. So please subscribe. I love you guys. I know that you subscribe. Thank you. Please subscribe.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise, I won't quit, keep going till I got it.